can make the arrangements. Good luck out there.
Fresh sandwiches. Come to the
Great. Obstacles.
Like the North
I will love your
What do you think?
Come, my rose.
Now we're cooking with gas.
I stand
Heads
on
up,
the
people.
line.
Full bloom.
Late to run away. Bring it home, folks. Fire in the hole.
It's working.
What do you think? You want more?
Don't let up.
After me.
Would love
It's
to.
over.
position.
I've had better.
Yep, eyes on the
You got
prize. You're right. Let's make haste.
Come, Crimson Thorn.
Holy. Oh, crud. Oopsie daisy. Don't let up. Go time.
What do you think? Lovely.
That all? Between the eye.
Not yet.
Between the eye.
What
Bring
do you
it.
think?
It's go time. Go time. Between the eye. Rain hell on me. Healthy as a hot enough for you? Take that.
Am I alone?
I think
For the heel.
Take that.
I'll protect you. Feel it.
Ah, don't. That all? Ready to face the music? I'll cover you.
Care to join me?
No problem.
I'm just getting started.
That all?
That was sublime.
Thank you.
I bet you say that's all the helmsman.
What a fearsome spectacle.
Don't let
Very
up.
well.
It's go time, baby. That all? Go time.
Come. Full bloom.
You won't prevail.
You're mine.
Can you satisfy me?
Calm it down, buddy.
What do you think?
Been saving this one. Fire in the hole.
You shouldn't have mean to attack.
Full bloom.
Leave it to me.
Watch
If
this.
you insist. You did it.
Only because you had my back. Move it!
What
Got
do you
sights
think?
on it. Piercing punishment! Don't let up!
Focus. Parry this.
Focus fire!
I'm going to make this hurt so
Don't let
good.
up! Take that!
Slick on a bed of thorns. Solid rose. What do you think?
Go time!
Lancelot.
This ends here.
Oh yeah!
Honor will prevail.
This should do the trick.
Full bloom.
Captain.
Here it comes. Tempest blade.
Go time!
Get him.
Oblivion Fall.
Back in the game.
Come on.
What? My kind of fun.
Take that!
Excellent work.
Go time!
Surrender.
Fire in the hole! Ready? Oh, crud! I'm up. Been saving this. Always double tap.
Here they come.
When the going gets tough. Go time! Come on! Go. Hey, let's do this! Between the eyes!
Full bloom.
Fire!
Wait, more work.
Oh, crud! I'm up.
Fiery rose.
That all?
Unfurl your fluff.
That all?
I will love you, Ten.
Holy! I'm up. Heads up! Oh, crud! Oopsie daisy! Rain hell up!
No
Fire in the hole! I'm up. Well, ashes to ashes. And dust to dust! Come on!
Too late to run away, bud.
Okay. Take them! They're finished! Let's press our advantage! Understood!
Hot enough?
We sure showed them.
All right. There's a sight for sore eyes. You're mine. Ha! One for the books.
Yeah?
Sandwiches.
Come to view the request? What do you think? Would you take this one? Please be careful.
Looking for a fight?
Heads up, people! I'll cover you!
This should be...
Bring it!
I'll protect you.
Now we're cooking with gas. Thanks.
Full blue.
Fire!
Too late to run away, bud.
Upsy daisy!
Crimson thorn. Shall we?
Fire!
You have my aid!
Trying to impress me?
Let's keep it
You
up.
always have my aid!
Not bad!
What do you think?
You won't prevail!
Full bloom.
Hot enough for you?
It's furious.
Take
Stay
that!
sharp, everyone.
Right. Safeguard your positions!
Go time!
Am I a
Been saving it! Hell yeah! That all?
Calm down, buddy.
Look here!
full bloom? Come join. Shall we?
Fire! Come on!
You carry this!
What do you think?
Here we go.
Get a load of this!
Now,
Very well.
Right, focus up! Between the eyes!
come, Crimson Thorn. The roses shall protect. Take my throne.
Fire in the hole!
This should do the trick.
Always double tap!
Full bloom. Spiral Rose.
Try to keep up!
Rain, hell! Hey! You... Just wait!
Just try to break through. Roses, come to my heart.
This should.
I will love you tenderly.
Go time!
You satisfy.
Move it! Got sights on it! Piercing! Punishment!
Thorns. Perish, you naughty children. Full
Go
bloom.
time! That all?
Lancelot.
This ends here!
Hot enough for you?
Eagle!
Bring it!
What do you think?
Captain!
Here it comes. Watch out.
Get him! Oblivion falls!
That all? Go time!
Excellent work!
Help me out!
You're mine!
Lead him and wait! All right, sock it to him!
Understood!
Too late to run away, bud.
It's over already? Boy, you're on a
Peekaboo.
roll.
Nice. Come to Papa. There's a sight for sore eyes. You're mine. Whew. Glad that's over with.
Got an order? All right, let's get to it. Don't break it now. I'll handle it. How about that? Let's always aim for the unlocked. Let's kick a complete success. Always unlocked. Let's kick it. Well, look at that. Unlocked! You want to use a right stone, eh? Not a problem. What should I strengthen? I'll handle it. Success. Always aim for the top. Let's kick it up a notch. I'll handle it. How about that? Always aim for the top. Right, let's give it a shot. I'll handle it. Good. You want to use a right stone, eh? I'll handle it. How about that? I'll unlock its hidden. Well, look at that. Always aim for a complete success. I'll handle it. Success. I'll unlock. Well, look at that. I'll handle it. Good. Don't forget about upkeep.
Whoa!
What fortune! Exhilarating. Impressive. Huh. Excellent. What fortune!
Yeah! Great! Nice! Ready for action. Good stuff. Great! Yeah! Ready for action. Nice! Maybe I am getting better. Put in the work, reap the rewards.
You'll see why they call me the Rose Queen. Well now. My. Superb. Well now. My.
We were back at square one. In hopes of finding some new leads, we split up and interviewed every Seed Hollow local we could find. Despite our efforts, we found little new information. Zothba and his connections, on the other hand, proved invaluable once more as they unearthed a new clue. The girl wore a crown of flowers. I froze in place. I knew this primal. In fact, I learned of her on my first visit to Zega Grande. Konohana Sakuya, was it? Yes. An ethereal girl bearing a floral crown? It had to be her. Her presence would explain why Lyria sensed a primal beast in addition to Excavalion. She was pact-bound to Ulmarine Island, and she held domain over blossoming flowers. The unusually vibrant bouquets blooming across Seed Hollow just added more proof of her proximity. With the culprit identified, only one problem remained. Me. After what Sakuya and I went through, I doubt she would ever show herself around me again. Before I could share this revelation, there was something else I needed to discuss with the crew. Not about Konohana Sakuya, but my time spent with the captain's father. His crew was on a journey to collect Astrum fragments. These fragments were said to have fallen straight from the astral realm and contained the power of the primal beasts themselves. Using the fragments, the captain's father could separate astral power embedded within primal beasts and return them to their original forms. That was the purpose of his journey. His was a mission of liberation, to free so-called deities and legends who were tethered to the Sky Realm. Once free from the shackles of their corporeal forms, they could fade back into the nebulous ideas and faiths that had given them structure in the first place. Of course, it would be up to the primal beasts themselves to make this decision. Some had grown quite fond of living in the Sky Realm. However, there were countless others who were born into the skies, cursed to fight for eternity. These were the ones who longed for a return to the immaterial. At the lowest point in my existence, when I felt I had no purpose in these skies, I'm sure I felt the same. Regardless, some were quick to brand us a ruthless crew of primal hunters. And surely Konohana Sakuya had heard the rumors. But the question remained, why had she decided to reveal herself to me now? Unfortunately, simply knowing the identity of the girl would not solve the problem of her many phantom appearances.
So, is this, Kahuna Yakuza? You think she's the one causing the monsters to come out?
Unlikely. I've never met her in person, but forms are connected in the slightest.
Yo, got some new intel on the girl, right?
The family Zothba had been continuing to search for clues in the background, and thankfully, their search bore fruit. In one of the areas where the ghostly girl was sighted, a bystander had found an ancient book.
Broke my brain trying to read the dumb thing, but you're smart and pretty smart and, well, yeah.
Oh, poor boy couldn't even get his words straight. Thank you. You're quite the gentleman.
No, I'm not. I'm a badass. Anyway, I should get going.
He had barely placed the book in my hands before scurrying off. What had gotten into him, I wonder? I opened the book and peered through the rune-like characters inside. No normal person would be able to decipher this.
Oh, that looks really really complicated. Really? Let me see.
When Vern approached the book, Roland's transceiver began to glow. It illuminated the text, somehow morphing the illegible script into something readable. My breath caught in my chest. Had an astral authored this book? The text seemed to be a log from an experiment of sorts. Although it was barely legible, I tried to grasp its meaning. Originally, it was Excavalion, primal beast of fortification, who forged a pact with Almarine Island. Although it's unclear why, Excavalion would eventually migrate to Dali, leaving Konohana Sakuya to take its place on Almarine. That was all I could make out of the texts. With this new information, I needed to re-examine the facts. First, the stage. Almarine Island, home to Seed Hollow and its citizens, once protected by Excavalion. Next, a curious switch. Konohana Sakuya takes its place as the island's pact-bound primal. Now, our present mysteries. A crystal shard replete with Excavation's aura. On Graminu's altar beneath the castle, the ominous forms. And finally, Konohana Sakuya's curious reappearance. Think, Rosetta. Was the shard left behind by Excavalion? Did it serve a purpose in protecting the island? It was possible that Avia's invasion of Seed Hollow destroyed this mechanism, causing the primal to reveal herself in defense.
Now that I think about it, the ghost rumors started to pop up only after that crystal beneath the castle was destroyed.
So, it was all connected. There's no time to explain, but more ominous forms will appear if we don't repair this island's defense system. Where could we find another fortifying crystal?
How about Dolly? That's where Excavalion lives now, right? Maybe it's got a spare lying around.
Indeed. If we were to find a solution to our problems, it would be buried beneath those churning sands. If I'm not mistaken, we should come across a Guardian Crystal not too far from here. Let's take a look around those hills. Do you remember where we fought that griffin? Oh, oops. Didn't mean to wake you. Mind letting us pass through?
Rain hell on him! Between the eyes!
Not quite the crystal we're looking for. A wild monster's den. I'd like to avoid needless bloodshed if possible.
Fire in the hole!
Stand on the front
Did you miss me? Come, Crimson!
Nice!
What do you think?
Duh, that ain't it. Ow! Devalion. It's faint, but I can feel it.
Did we find it?
Ah! A cobra! It must have been weight in the strike!
It seems words won't work here. Get ready, everyone. Careful. Don't let it... Now then, where were we? It's my first attempt.
Wow, we did it! Let's take this crystal back to Seed Hollow.
Shortly after securing a crystal from Dolly, we returned to Seed Hollow Castle. We installed the new crystal beneath the castle, causing a pale green light to illuminate the area. It was the familiar aura of hallowed ground, sure to repel any lingering ominous forms.
It's too bad we couldn't meet her. Konohana Sakuya.
The mystery had been solved on nearly all fronts. I'd be lying if I said I was completely satisfied, however. After all was said and done, I still didn't get the opportunity to clear the air with her.
Yeah? All right. Crust sandwiches. Come to the soup and the side.
Come to view the requests?
Peace returned to Seed Hollow, and it was soon back to the usual hustle and bustle. I informed the frightened repairman of the girl's true identity, the primeval god of Seed Hollow.
A primeval god? Holy macaroni! That's a spicy nugget of news. How do you manage to stay so charming and informed?
A lady never reveals her secrets.
It's a little sad that you couldn't meet Konohana Sakuya. I know you wanted to apologize to her.
I knew, somewhere deep down, that talking with her wouldn't bring back all the journeys I had with the captain's father. However, seeing all the blooming flowers across the city, it almost felt as if she was acknowledging me anyway. I may well have imagined it, but call it something of a mutual understanding between distant sisters. After the vibrant patchwork of spring began to spread throughout Seed Hollow, I made a habit of taking a daily stroll around the city. On one of my walks, I had mindlessly put the crystal fragment in my dress. After arriving at a particularly sunny spot, I took it out to admire it. Something about it was different today. Instead of my usual reflection, if not only for a brief second, I saw a smile that wasn't my own. A girl in a flower crown. Our eyes met for a second before, pop! A single rose had materialized at my feet. When I looked back into the fragment, she was nowhere to be seen. Although I can't prove it, I know that she was here, listening to me. So I whispered, "Beautiful. This city has blossomed under your care, all while blooming in your own right. You deserve to be here."
My premonition proved correct.
His lordship finds himself in need of your assistance once more.
Hans's voice was almost apologetic. What troubles him?
You remember the record we found on our previous trek, don't you?
I nodded. The Lord of Grossgard was searching for a family heirloom, and this record detailed its whereabouts. However, the directions were written in code, which Ludwin had yet to decipher.
He told me, and I quote, "Hans, don't you dare bother the charming and brave Lancelot over a mere trifle. But he hasn't made any headway on his own, and I've no doubt he's secretly yearning for your aid."
I looked at the butler with some confusion. Hans, I recall you saying you'd already completed the trial with Ludwin's father.
Indeed.
Then your assistance would be far more valuable than mine.
Come now, it is a butler's duty to serve his liege's best interests, and Lord Ludwin's shall be best served with my silence.
I suppose Ludwin would never grow if Hans simply led him to the answers. Better that we pieced out the puzzle together. Very well. I accept your request.
I thank you on behalf of his lordship.
Now I was beginning to grasp at the deeper meaning behind these tests. Hans took me to Grossgard. As an artist's soul is mirrored in their brushstrokes, so too is a lord's character reflected in the state of their dominion. Everywhere, you could see Ludwin's gentle touch. From the full fields, to the content faces of the farmers, to the laughter of children and adults alike that filled the air.
What do you think of our humble land?
I tore my eyes away from the bright orchards and turned to Hans. It's beautiful. It may not be large or bustling, but I've never been to such a peaceful dukedom.
I'm sure his lordship will be pleased to hear that assessment.
Suddenly, I found myself curious. Earlier, you said that the ancestral trials would teach Ludwin how to rule. But judging from what I've seen here, he is already a capable lord. What more would you like him to learn? Hans smiled tenderly, as a grandfather might when speaking of a beloved grandchild.
I should have known an avid scholar like yourself would read between the lines. Make no mistake, Ludwin is not a perfect leader yet, but it is not my place to discuss his flaws.
Then tell me this. Are his flaws related to his family's inability to fight?
Let us call it a starting thread, but the full tapestry is so much more.
I decided not to pry. I already had the information I needed to guide Ludwin through his trial.
Sir Lancelot? I don't remember sending for you.
Of course, the Lord was surprised to see me. Although friendly, I was a rogue element in a world where this man had control of nearly everything. I have come at the request of Hans. He would like me to assist you in deciphering the tome.
I see. Hans does have a knack for meddling in his lord's affairs, but I welcome you all the same because, to tell the truth, I'm getting absolutely nowhere.
I smiled, despite myself. It was nice to meet a noble who wasn't spilling over with pride. Hans beckoned me to his desk, and I leaned over the old tome.
What do you make of it? This must be child's play for a famed warrior scholar.
He looked at me with expectant eyes. I'm sorry, but I can't decipher this. We will need to enlist the help of an expert. Expectation turned to astonishment.
Lancelot, though you fight like a storm, your mind is as clear as the stillest of ponds. I can't believe you'd need to ask for assistance.
Can't you? Every second I spend on the battlefield is a second away from the library. Ludwin hesitated a while longer, but when I strode to the door and held it open for him, he sighed and relented. No one in either of our circles was well versed in ciphers, but that was a matter of small concern. I knew an information broker. Zothba put me in touch with a language scholar who delivered a key to us within a fortnight.
Well, I'll be. The clue was in the names of my ancestors.
Ludwin stood up behind his desk and stretched, and the lines of care and worry melted from his face. He must have had many sleepless nights poring over the withered pages of the tome alone.
Thank you, Sir Lancelot. I can finally read the damn thing. It's only a matter of time now until I find the sword.
It was my pleasure. I look forward to news of your success. But I already knew. Before the unearthing of the blade, Hans would come to visit me one last time. I was half right. It was not Hans, but Ludwin himself who showed up at our doorstep.
I deciphered the record, and I know where the sword is buried.
He was so excited he completely forwent pleasantries.
I know I should go alone, with Hans of course, but the tome says we must fly to Skyworm Valley, which is riddled with monsters. It's a terrible place for a lord to be made into dragon kibble.
I knew what he wanted me to say. Very well. Please, allow me to accompany you.
Really? Wonderful! I mean, only if you wish.
This must have been the flaw Hans was alluding to. Ludwin was afraid of his own power. He dreaded the responsibilities that came with leadership. The Lords of Grossgard were not warriors and hadn't been for generations. They depended on their subjects for protection, but as I'd learned, Ludwin was loath to do so. Up until now, this has not posed a problem. Small skirmishes were all that troubled the peace of his dukedom. But what would happen should a great war march on his borders? Would his honor eventually spur him to the front lines? To death? The place of a lord and general is with the rear guard. There, they must order the battle and conduct diplomatic affairs. But it is hard, sitting and conversing in safety while your soldiers are risking their lives. As captain of the White Dragons, I knew this better than anyone. You feel as if every death is on your head. At last, I had come to fully understand Ludwin. If these trials, as Hans said, could help him come into his own, then I would do everything in my power to guide him to victory. The day arrived. Ludwin, Hans, myself, and a few more compatriots met outside of Skyworm Valley.
Lancelot, thank you for coming, but I wasn't aware there would be others with you. Who are these people?
He looked with wide eyes at the rest of the crew, whom he had never met before. I have heard terrible monsters lurk in these parts. Alone, I would not have been able to guarantee your safety. These are my crewmates, each one a warrior of great strength and honor.
Not that I don't appreciate their presence, but Sir Lancelot, surely a knight of your caliber could cut through these beasts with both hands tied behind your back.
Chance, my lord, is as unpredictable as the weather. A wise skyfarer prays for a gentle current, but prepares for a vicious storm. Ludwin nodded thoughtfully.
Very well. Best I leave the knighting to the knights.
I'll clear a path. Stay close. Are you ready to begin the trial?
It's now or never. let's go.
Hey, look! The welcome squad!
Her attacks aren't working! Is this part of the trial?
Wait, I remember. The record said a single link does not a chain make.
So, fighting one at a time won't work? Let's hit it all at once.
Very well. On Lancelot's mark.
Give it! Now! Keep up!
You've been waiting!
Your aid is always very clever, Vayne.
Siegfried called me clever.
Silence. If not for Lord Ludwig's counsel, you would have been lost.
You did it! You really did it!
Focus on the
I only wish
dangers
I'd
ahead.
have been of more use.
Don't worry about it. We've all got stuff we're good and bad at.
There is no shame in seeking help from others. It builds trust.
Yes, trust. That is all we ask from you, Lord Ludwig.
Looks like we've reached the second trial. There are so many spirits around.
We best fight in formation. This may be similar to the previous trial.
Very well. Leave the vanguard to me. I'm behind
Go team! We're gonna be so in sync.
Ooh, wait. I'm about to see 4 legendary knights in battle at once. Set peepers to
You're
behold.
in a class of your own.
I say you'll be keeping me company very soon.
It's smothering me. Quite these blood attacks aren't working. We need to coordinate. What? Not yet. Too slow. Assault formation. Bury them. We must remain vigilant.
Understood.
Be sure to do ready for wait.
On me.
I'll take care of this.
Fighting side by side, just like the old days. There is no escape.
I never knew you to be sentimental.
No, you.
Time to end this.
Remember, Vayne. Guard up.
Got it.
Wide open.
My arms are loose, my abs are tight.
Have at them.
They're not does it for the second trial.
You're a fierce ally.
Too easy, Lancelot?
Not at all. We've only made smooth progress thanks to the team.
We fought alongside each other for years. This was nothing.
What is that thing? It's huge!
Jerison. It is a dead soul, given form by evil spirits.
The dead? I never signed up to fight the dead! Retreat! Everyone! Retreat!
Remain calm. We can handle this.
Can't know that for sure! Stars above, if anything were to happen to you because of quick and weakness!
My Lord Ludwig, I ask that you listen to Lancelot. Place your trust in us.
My noble guys! We're total
No
dream
despair.
team! A kick-butt quartet!
To the abyss.
We got this!
Now, mongrel!
You're finished!
Get free! For fiend drop!
Swords of Fenga!
For glory! Absolute zero!
You took down all those monsters! That was sublime!
Well, the chest awaits you, my lord. Open it and claim your prize.
Ah, yes! Of course.
After this, it's back to training. After numerous trials, we arrived at last in front of a lone treasure chest.
If it hadn't been for your help, Sir Lancelot, I wouldn't have made it this far. I fear I won't ever be able to repay this debt.
There is no debt between us. But do not trouble yourself about me. Look now to your prize. With trembling hands, Ludwig undid the clasps of the chest and lifted from it a sheathed sword.
The blade of my forebears. It's, lighter than I thought it would be.
Carefully, he drew forth the weapon.
What's the meaning of this? It's just a hilt!
Ludwig was the very picture of distress. But I saw through the riddle at once. A sword with no blade, A weapon that could neither defend nor slay. It was a message, left by the first lords of Grossgard for their scions. Gently, I cleared my throat. Perhaps, my lord, it was meant to be a hilt, and a hilt alone.
What? Why would my ancestors bequeath unto me a hunk of metal?
You will find the answer to this puzzle, as you have to all the others. Slowly, Ludwin's grip on the blade relaxed, and he began to turn it over in his hands.
Fine. I'll give it a bit more thought.
Sir Lancelot, you really think his lordship will be able to figure it out?
On our way back, Hans fell in beside me to take whispered counsel. What does your heart tell you? You have been at his side all these years. Hans made no reply, but I saw the shadow pass from his face and a soft light come into his eyes.
Yeah? We've got lunch specials, good food, good prices.
It's never too early to enjoy life.
All right.
Is your stomach growling? Then give us some lunch.
Yes, can I help? What do you think? Right. I can make the Erangles. Be careful.
More work.
The roses shall protect you. Can you
Take that! Too late to run away, but always, oh yeah! Rain hell on him!
What do you think?
Let none escape.
Get a load of this!
We make a good couple.
Let's keep it up.
Score where that
You
came
always
from.
have my aid.
Go time! I don't like the looks of this.
Let's stay cautious.
Take that! Bring it!
Up here.
Holy!
Burning dip.
I'm up.
What do you think?
Upsy daisy. Holy!
Just what the cleric ordered.
Thank you.
Come on!
Full bloom.
Hot enough for ya?
Come, Crimson Thorn. Shall we conclude?
Come on!
Roses, come to
Nice
my
boost. Don't let up! Don't let up!
Push forward.
We'll let
Here
you
we
keep
are.
bullseye.
Never was there a greater crew.
Let's keep it up.
Yeah, we
Yes,
got the
very
stuff.
well done.
Fire!
Crimson Thorn. Careful.
Go time!
Final road.
What a fearsome spectacle!
Be careful.
Even the sweetest road. Come, Crimson Thorn.
How precise.
I am in
Saving this one. Fire in the hole!
Try to break
Crud! I'm up. You should.
full bloom.
Refreshing, isn't it?
This should do the trick. Bring it home, folks.
I will love you tender.
What do you think?
Come, Crimson Thorn.
I owe you one.
Don't play too hard.
Move it! Got sights on it. Piercing punishment!
You want more? Don't.
Hot enough for ya?
Show them no mercy.
Here it goes. It's over already? Boy, you're on a roll.
That looks fancy. Now there's a sight for sore. All right. Peekaboo. You're mine. Ha! Another one bites the dust.
This journal was written by an Astreus. We're on the right track.
Done with the job already? You guys never failed to impress.
Any other requests?
Technically, yes, but... I know it's not really my place to say this, but maybe you should take the rest of the day off. You've already done wonders for our city, and we're grateful for the help. The last thing we want is our heroes overworking themselves.
I'll drink to that. How about it, Id? First round's on me.
Sorry, but I think I'll pass.
Well, at least you let me down gently. The old you wouldn't have bothered with an apology at all.
I'll say, you started off at, like, thorny cactus. But now, you're more like brick wall.
Thanks, I guess. Being around the crew helps.
Look at that! You even learned humility! Now work on that smile, and you'll be 2 steps from Prince Charming in no time!
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, folks like the tall, dark, and silent type. Just keep up the good work. I'm sure this city will accept you as the new Mr. Fix-It in no time flat.
Oh, thank goodness you're here.
What's happened?
Something urgent. I'll explain, but let me introduce you to the captain of Seed Hollow's forces. He heard rumors of your good work and traveled all this way to meet you. Says he's got an important mission.
First off, I'd like to thank all of you for saving Seed Hollow. And Id, I don't know if you remember, but we've actually met before. Or maybe I should say fought before, when you were still working for the ringleader of Avia.
I remember.
We promise it's changed now.
Don't worry. I've already heard about how he joined your crew and took down Lilith. I've also been informed that he's now helping rebuild our war-torn city. Or am I mistaken?
No. I'm committed.
I wish we had the luxury of time to explore your motives, but unfortunately, there's something I need to request of you.
Ask away.
I'm sure you're already acquainted with the new tower looming above Seed Hollow Castle. Thing is, the church is gone, but it's still there. We kept a close eye on it, and it seems to have lost all its power. It's just floating along, like a big rock in the sky.
That makes sense. There was a primal beast acting as its core, but it's no longer here.
Well, a few days ago, I figured it was safe enough to send soldiers in to investigate. We discovered a bunch of monsters shaped like shadow people. We cleaned most of them up ourselves, but there was one that was different.
Different how?
I'd never felt anything like it. We were overwhelmed by waves of dark energy. Our forces couldn't even get close. Luckily, it didn't seem keen on leaving the tower. But with a threat that big, it's better not to take chances. That's why I'm here.
ready for some ghost busting?
Of course. Avia summoned that tower. So it's my responsibility to tear it down.
Thank you. I know this is a lot to ask, so I'm registering the mission with the Crew Alliance. You'll be fairly compensated for your service. Hate to make you guys rush, but could you start heading out? Please? We need you. Well, now.
Hey, Andy. You're coming with me. Hey.
Wonder what these shadow thingies are. Guess we'll find out soon. Ugh, this place makes my scales stand up.
Found you,
Yeah.
little buddy.
I don't want to stay here any longer than we have to.
Ugh, what are they? Are these supposed to be our shadow monsters?
Perhaps. But they're not our primary target. The soldier mentioned one exceptionally powerful shade.
Ready your weapons!
We have to finish it before they
Too late to run away, but always double tap.
Full bloom!
They keep on appearing! Just how many are there?
Doesn't matter. We'll get them all.
The roses shall protect you.
You won't prevail!
You got this.
Let's keep moving.
Head, are you doing all right?
I am. This place just brings back memories. This was where Lilith...
I can only imagine how it must feel to be back.
Sorry. I'm fine, really. Don't worry about me.
If you're sure.
Nice. We can never catch a break.
Yeah, lucky as Sky Bears and Zega Grande.
Roses, come to my
Now we're cooking.
Don't.
Yeah,
Come,
I don't want to be annoying, but you sure you're okay?
I'll be fine.
Shall
Not that that'll stop you goody two-shoes from fussing over me.
Got
There.
that.
Let's find more.
Neat. Hey. Aw, just look at your wee pincers. Peekaboo. You're mine.
I sense something, but I can't put a finger on what.
This air is oddly stifling.
Hang on! That looks like it!
It's like my shadow. What the hell is going on?
I don't understand either, but it doesn't look open to questions. Get ready for a fight!
This should do the trick. Bring it home,
Compose yourself.
Rain hell on them!
Bring it!
What is this thing? Why does it look like me?
It might be part of the Pillar's defenses. Just like the shadow clone of Kirikin we fought here before.
Whatever it is, I'm taking it down.
It's gathering its strength!
Go time! Hang on. Is it gonna...
Just keep dodging. It can't attack forever.
You know best. Sheesh, it's just like when we fought you.
Take that! Hot enough for you? Heads up, people! Come on! This thing's tough. Pick the right guy to rip off.
Tease me after we've killed it.
Still can't tell when you're getting a compliment, can you?
Between the eye!
No.
That all?
No! Show no
Now's our chance!
Right down the barrel!
What can I say?
Go on,
I'm
say
experienced.
That all? Fire in the hole!
You're in my hands now!
What do you think?
Copy the dragon's powers too.
It's using the same tricks! We can get through this!
Whoa, that looked painful.
Our lifesaver!
That all? Ah, crap! Upsy daisy. I'm up, I'm up. Ah, oh, yeah! Holy!
I think I am in your debt.
Here goes! Blast him full of holes! Piercing punishment! Fire! Ready to face the music?
We're cooking now! Keep it up, people!
Roger that. Though this thing still creeps me out. Healthy as a... Let's finish this.
I'm on my way.
Between the eye!
Superb.
That all? Between the eye! Go time! Don't let... Hell yeah! Don't let up! Hot enough for you? Don't let up! Go time! Go time!
Enough of this!
I'll heal you! You better heal up! Thank you!
Healthy as a... Rain hell on him! Fire in the hole!
Don't back down!
Locked and loaded!
You want more?
Late to run away, bud. Don't let up!
Think
Here we go.
Shall we?
Blast
You're
up!
mine. Stay focused, crew.
Yes.
Let's
Right.
stay cautious.
Focus on the danger.
It's done. You okay, Id?
Weirdly, I think I actually needed that. After going toe-to-toe with the dragon's destructive power, I swear I can tackle anything now.
I heard about your victory. On behalf of all the citizens of Seed Hollow, thank you. You've done our city a great service.
Always happy to lend a hand. You ever need help again? Know who to call.
Keep watching that tower, though. A creepy place like that makes a perfect lair for monsters.
We'll be sure to set a watch, and I'll personally inform you of any developments. Well, it's about time I went back to Seed Hollow. Thanks again, and take care.
You aren't going to arrest me?
Ed?
You're the local Mr. Fix-It. The city depends on you. Why would I take you into custody?
It's my past. Well...
It is true you were one of Lilith's accomplices. And while I am interested in hearing an insider's take on Avia's crusades, now's not the time. After you complete a few more requests for us, why don't you invite me back to Volca as one of your loyal clients? Then we can have a chat over tea or something.
Thanks for understanding.
Least I could do for our heroes. Now I should probably get going.
You truly are something special. Even professional soldiers couldn't take down that monster.
Fighting's about all I'm good for.
You need to stop putting yourself down like that. Hubris is bad, sure, but a little self-confidence never hurt anyone. You've improved the lives of the people in our city. That's something to be proud of.
But
Listen, Id, I know you're new to this positive feedback thing, but just take the compliment, will ya?
I'm proud to be of service. But I'm still nothing like Roland.
You don't need to be like Roland. Just be the best version of yourself.
That's what Lyria keeps telling me.
Yep, you're your own person, Ed.
Okay, got it. Guess I'll give it a shot. Hey, you. Come back when there's more jobs.
Okay, why don't we try staying true to ourselves while working on our communication skills? Remember what we practiced, Ed?
Oh, right. Just leave it to Mr. Fix-It.
Oh, sweet! New jobs got added.
Nice. Can't wait to see what's available.
Good day. Let's kick some tail. Oh, easier than eating apples. Let's kick some tail. Easier than eating apples. That's it. Take this. Tidal wave. My turn again. Whoosh. Daddy's ain't got nothing on you. wouldn't. New mission. Easier than eating apples. You're gonna make me
Feast your eyes on my incredible merch.
ready for some
Incredible.
action? Daddies ain't got nothing on you.
Okay.
Fresh sandwiches.
Get that extended warranty for your...
What can I do you for? Look who it is. Never hurts to have some backup, right? Which crew member would you like to call? Level up! Now you can make even better sigils! How's that for service? Does someone want to trade in their Dahlia badge?